would you put your name to this? I was a Sheffield United player at the time, and they came to me and said, would you do it? And I said, of course.
Why you? Because you wouldn't have been particularly well known.
The reason why is the fella who owned Midas Games was a Sheffield United fan.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was his hero. So
you've never played Chris Kamara Street Soccer?
I have never, ever played Chris Kamara Street Soccer.
Well, all that is about to change, Chris Kamara.
Death Valley. Who's that you?
That's me, yeah.
Well, how come we both got nearly the same colour kit on?
So Chris, when you were helping the people develop this game... Oh, get in!
That's me there with my dark hair, look. That's the only thing they got right. Yeah. I've had a wonderful life, I have to say. When I was a kid, I was made to join the Royal Navy by my dad. I had the opportunity to be an apprentice at Middlesbrough. And he said, the only thing is you're going to fall in with the wrong crowd, you'll end up drinking and doing all the wrong things. I want you to join the Royal Navy, follow in my footsteps. Made me sign on the dotted lines. And I did.
And what have you said no?
My dad ruled the house, you know, there was no ifs or buts in our household. My dad was in charge of everything, you know, he ruled my mum, you know, with an iron fist.
Were you happy to join the Navy?
I left school in the Easter, and like I say, I was marched down to the recruitment office and told to get in there, sign on the dotted and come back a man, basically. And from then on, by getting bought out of the Navy for £200 by Portsmouth, it still goes down as the worst deal in the club's history. From then on, playing, managing, punditry, presenting, I am just having a ball, you know, and you know, somebody pinch me.
Your youth team manager at Portsmouth described you as weak in the air, wayward at marking, and has no positional sense.
Whatsoever.
How would you describe yourself as a player?
Well, to be fair, in those days, you know, everybody remembers me as a midfield hard man and that. But in those days, I loved the football. I loved playing football, and I just played it off the cuff. And I played as more or less an attacking midfielder in those days. But I could also play up front, so it really was just stuff off the cuff where, you know, nobody had learned me the game. And so you can imagine, you know, getting an opportunity at a professional football club and you've gone out and they've gone like tucking on the right hand side or squeezing on the left hand side. There you go, no, just give me the ball and let me have a run with it, you know? So that's how it was with Ray. But soon, you know, as you develop in the game, you pick up, and the more experience you get, the better you get.
Where were you happiest as a player?
You'd probably have to say Leeds was the happiest and worst time of my life. Yeah.
Why?
The happiest because when I was a kid, it was my ambition to play for Middlesbrough, my dream to play for Leeds. And then I got injured at Coventry. I twisted my ankle, and but I'd worked so hard to get in the team, and I was playing left back, which was a position that was alien to me. But Gary McAllister, Gordon Strachan, Gary Speed, and David Batty were the midfield. And so for me, just to be in the team wasn't a problem, and you just think, oh, then if there's any injuries to Gary McAllister or David Batty, you'll get an opportunity to go in there. And then in the second half, Mickey Ginn went past me that way, and as I turned, my studs got stuck in the ground, and so I twisted the ankle ligaments on the inside, so I'd done them both sides, and that was 8 months out, so it was the worst time of my career. And Howard looked at my birth certificate. Over 30, 8 months because of an ankle injury, time to move you on. So that's why it was the best and the worst.
Jose Mourinho famously appeared on Goals on Sunday with you and Ben Shepherd earlier this season. How did that come about? So
that particular evening, because he thought he'd been getting a wrong deal through referees from penalties and everything else like that, about 8:45 my phone went. And it's Jose. So Jose, I'm coming on tomorrow. I'm coming on, and I need to get a few points across, right? And I need you to help me. Right, okay. 20 minutes later, my phone goes, it's Sean Dyche. He goes, Cammy. I said, I had Sean. He goes, have you seen all that stuff from Chelsea today? I said, yeah. Yes, I have, yeah, why?
You and Ben got a lot of grief for giving Jose an easy ride, and you say you're fair to everyone, but is it fair to give Jose Mourinho a 40-minute platform to whinge about?
That platform that we gave Josie that day was just amazing. For him to do that 20-minute rant, which was compared to the rant that Brian Clough did when he was in an interview with Don Revie all those years ago, and to give him a platform to do it was great. And I did see one review from the Irish Times. They said the one thing that nobody ever took into consideration was that Josie was going to be interviewed by Bert and Ernie.
Talking about referees, you do give them a hard time, and they do make a lot of mistakes, but I think one of the main reasons a lot of them make mistakes is because A, the game has got so fast, B, players are constantly trying to con them. So, you know, players can't have it both ways. If you're going to try and con refs, then refs are going to make mistakes, so don't complain when they make mistakes.
Yeah, but the conning situations are few and far between, you know.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are few and far between. I can count now, say from last season.
I mean, every time the ball goes out for a throw-in, both teams claim it.
Oh yeah, that's a natural reaction, though, isn't it? From a sporting benefit, you know. Look at the big fight of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Who won?
Mayweather.
Who did you think had won?
Mayweather.
Who celebrated as if he'd won?
Mayweather.
Who also celebrated as if he'd won?
Pacquiao.
Exactly. So what is he a cheat?
Well, no, he's not a cheat, but, you know, he didn't have a horseshoe in his glove, or he didn't, you know...
No, but he was trying to convince the referee that he'd won by his actions and convince the panel of judges on the side. That's the reason why he did it.
So basically what you're saying is cheating is ingrained. It's so indoctrinated in players that they just can't help themselves.
To be honest, it isn't thought of as cheating. To be that type of isn't, you know, the diving and all that sort of stuff, that's cheating. Managers now, you know, Tony Pulis and one or two others, Alan Pardew, are coming out and standing up with their own players and having a go, which is unusual because it's never happened before, but it is happening now. Competitiveness and just appealing for stuff is something that, you know, is happened in every single sport. Working
on goals on our Soccer Saturday must be a lot of fun. Like Matt Letizia has told me before, it's just brilliant.
It is brilliant, yeah.
Would you rather be in the studio with the lads or?
No. It's actually called, me out on the road, it's called Kamara Cam.
You were the first person ever to do it?
I was the first person ever to do it, yeah. We did it at Oxford.
Right.
And 2 minutes before we're about to go on air, there's a cameraman from ITV come along. So he goes, "You're in my spot." So we said, "Well, we're here now, so, you know, you can move that one down there." He goes, No. I've been filming Oxford United for 19 years and this is my spot. You're going to have to get out. So we said, "Well, we will, but we need to do a live cross." He went, "No, you'll get out now." So just as that, it's in my ear that Jeff's coming to me. So Jeff's coming over. He goes, "All right, have you got any idea of the teams at Oxford versus Walsall?" Yeah, I have, Jeff. And this fella's trying to walk, this cameraman's trying to walk past me anyway. I've got hold of him with my arm like that, and I went, "Jeff," I said, "I know the teams." And he's pushed past me and walked straight across the camera, right? And Jeff goes, "Oh, crikey, what went on there then?" I said, just this cameraman." I said, "Sorry about that, Jeff, but it won't happen again." And he tries to go back again, so I hold him with my right arm this time. Anyway, they've got the sixth sense to say, "Oh, we'll come back to you for kickoffs." So I'm absolutely devastated, and so I'm having a row with this cameraman from ITV, and they came to us once throughout the whole of that game. So I thought, "Oh, that's the end of it. They're never going to do it ever again." So anyway, the following Saturday, Tim Lovejoy and Helen Chamberlain had seen what was went on, and they used the footage on Soccer AM. And everyone laughs because of my reaction, and I'm holding this fella and he's crossed in front of the camera, and that was it. Kamara Cam was made, and we were on a roll.
I'd say to the Bolton people, look, go through the correct methods, because I'm chairman of the union, you know, so you can't do anything sneaky. So fair enough. So about a week later, the manager called me in his office and said, "Look, Pat, there's been a bit," and I said, "Before you go any further, I'm not interested. Happy here at Tranmere. Want to get us to the Premier League." And as I was walking out of the office, he said, "Do you want to know who it was?" I went, "All right, who was it?" "Celtic." "Oh, shit."
God.
And as a Celtic supporter at the time, I was like,
So, yeah.